looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. How you feeling? Good? You're on weight. Tell us about who's he's fighting.
You know what? To be honest with you, I don't know who you fighting. What's his name? I know he's from another country. It's hard for me to pronounce his name.
Nelson Hampton.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it don't matter. Everybody get the smoke, huh?
To be honest with us, we just get ready, come prepare, whoever,
Yeah.
To be honest, but I know it's a tough fight. Right now they're trying to put him opponents a little bit like his last fighter. His fighter was never stopped, so we had to look impressive, and he stopped him.
Yeah, so they can see who I'm talking to. Sorry. That's also the risky thing about prospects, huh? They don't always know who they're fighting, so sometimes they can get surprised by a fighter, huh?
Yeah, actually, at this level, man, actually, you're not just coming to you're coming to collect the check, man. You have to look impressive, and you got to fight some what they call gatekeepers, a tough competition. They take you to swim, and you got to be able to make it.
Yeah. Rayo, what do you think about your career so far, man? What's the goal this year?
You've
been very active during pandemic.
I was told we're gonna do 3 more fights after this. So that's exciting, get to stay busy throughout the whole year because with COVID it slowed everything down. So now we got momentum going. We're just gonna keep going, keep winning, spectacular fashion, and just keep the momentum going.
And you're gonna have a crowd too this time.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. First time back in like a year without a crowd, so we're gonna put on a show.
Jose, I gotta ask you about Canelo'S performance this past Saturday. Did you get a chance to see it, and if so, what were your thoughts?
Definitely. I was waiting for that fight. That was a very exciting fight. I think Sanders gave us some good rounds. Unfortunately, he couldn't continue. He got beat, but I think Canelo is the face of boxing. Canelo's looking super strong. He's a very dangerous fighter. He's pound for pound in my eyes. If we ever get that fight with Canelo, that would be a super hard fight for us. But I think that's the fight that people want to see, and it's going to be a challenging fight and an exciting fight for all the fans.
Right, I know you're focused on your fight. You got to go rest. But did you get a chance to see it? Your quick thoughts on the Canelo fight?
Oh, it was a great fight, man. It looked spectacular. It went just like I thought. Billy Joe Sanders was going to give him a few hard rounds because of his style, lefty moves around, but only a matter of time till Canelo caught him and got him with a great shot to the eye. So, I think he's the pound for pound right now as well. What
did you make of the stoppage? He received some kind of criticism. It was all on his corner. His corner is saying that they're the one that pulled the plug on the fight.
You know what? I think it's a great stoppage by him and his corner. I mean, that guy has his face broken, I mean, you could just imagine what would have happened. And he ended up in the hospital. I think that was a good stoppage. I mean, and at first it didn't look like a good stoppage, but I think that was a perfect call for him and his team to make that decision.
Last thing, I know your son wants to fight, but it looks like Caleb Plant's the front runner because he has a belt. Canelo's goal is to become a undisputed champion at 168. What chances do you give Caleb Plant? And what is it going to take for your son to get that kind of fight, like a Plant or a Canelo?
To be honest, we don't care if Canelo fights David Benavidez. We're just going to stay ready. We just train hard if that opportunity shows up, But he's still active. He's fighting August 28. You can't make Canelo fight David, Canelo right now, he does whatever he wants in boxing. Of course, he generates a lot of money, and I think he calls the shots. But eventually, after Caleb Plant, he doesn't have a choice, he can still run, I don't understand why he doesn't want to fight David, if he's so easy, why not take the fight? I think it's going to destroy Caleb Plant. In my eyes, Sanders was a better fighter, more experienced, more slick. Caleb Plant, is going to make the money he never made in his life, but I think he's going to retire after this fight.
Last thing, David very well. What do you think about Plant's chances against Canelo compared to David and that kind of a situation?
I think the power is going to overwhelm Caleb Plant. It'll be a matter of time till he stops him. I think in the 6th round maybe. And David's the fight to make. I think that's the fight everybody wants to see. I think you ask a fan, would you want to see David versus Canelo or Caleb versus Canelo, and everybody's going to say David. Yeah. Fireworks, 2 Mexican fighters, and I think David gets the victory.
What is there a timeline on that fight before you guys possibly have to move up to 175? Because David's a big guy, and obviously he's making weight right now. He's focused, he's disciplined, but eventually he's going to have to move up.
Yeah, there's no, we're not thinking about going to 175 right now. David has no problems doing 168. We proved it last time. We'll just see him wait until his body grows a little bit more. but we're ready. We're ready to take that fight with Canelo. Like I said, anytime. We're not worried about it, you know. And I think everybody right now is fighting the wrong fight with Canelo. Everybody's scared, man. Everybody's just moving around, and you know, so they make Canelo look like a superstar, you know, chasing him down, cutting the ring off. And when he fights David Benavidez, that is going to be an exciting fight. We're going to come forward. There's no changes on how to fight Canelo. We're just going to do what we do, fight on the inside, throw those uppercuts inside, use that jab a lot, and go to the body.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys go because I know Ryan's got to go rest. But last thing, Jermall Charlo's fight is getting announced this next coming Tuesday. I think he's having a press conference. What do you think of his matchup? He's defending his WBC.
I just want to give a message to him and his trainer. You know, his trainer came over and said that David did not bring anything to the table. I mean, the fighter that he's fighting now, he's going to bring a lot to the table. I don't understand. If he would have fought David Benavidez, you know, he would have been no doubt one of the best fighters in boxing right now. If he would have beat Charlo, he would have been up a lot too. You know, one of the best fighters right now. I think that fight was going to be a great fight. That fight was going to be one of the best fights. It could be a pay-per-view fight, and why not take it? I think he's just fighting a guy that I don't even know. Nobody knows. Yeah. So that tells you what kind of fighter he is. Him and his team.
You know, Ryan, what do you think of the matchup? Montiel, Juan Macias Montiel, I think. He's coming off of biggest career win.
Yeah, I saw a picture of him. I saw the post. I didn't know who he was, but I thought the same thing. He said David didn't bring anything to the table, but definitely would have been a pay-per-view fight, a big fight with a big crowd. And that guy, nobody knows him. So, I mean, but they're doing what they got to do. So.
All right, cool guys. Thank you. Appreciate the time and good luck tomorrow.